How you doing? Come on in. The Come On In Sports Network invites you to join us for the 9th annual Kelly Mills Fundamentals of Football Camp. This year's camp will be Saturday, June 29th at 9 a.m. at Harrell Playground in New Orleans, Louisiana. Donations are welcome, and if you would like to be a guest speaker, please contact the legendary Coach Rock at 504-417-2529. See you then.
The Come On In Sports Network.
NBA Nation, how you doing? Come on in. This is Come On In NBA, and I'm one of your hosts. I'm Dolph Jackson.
And I'm Carlos Clayton. Let's get it rocking and all y'all. This is game 2 of the NBA Finals recap, man. What's up, Dolph?
What's going on, my brother? Thank you for being here. And we're being joined by our other brother, the one and only. 9P is in the house. 9, how you doing tonight, my brother? Doing good, man. Doing good. Thank
What
you.
up, Carlos?
What's up? What's up with it, baby? What's up?
What up, dog?
What's up? What's up, man?
We good, man.
What's up?
We good,
What's going on, man?
Just happy to see you back on the stream, man. Happy to see you back, man.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Things get a little more slow down.
The gang is all back again, baby. The gang is back again.
So I don't know if Zach will join us. We did a live stream early this morning, and he might still be. He might have went back to sleep. So
He's still fighting out there, man. But listen,
I was fighting sleep to watch this game.
Bro, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you fighting through it, man. We want to thank everybody is here, like Anna Marie Elizabeth Rose. The law firm is in the house, baby. And
yes,
she
sir.
said, "Go Boston Celtics." All right, and he's everywhere. Uncle Jerry is in the house. Uncle
what up,
Jerry?
Jerry?
Come on in. Blaze, just Blaze is in the house. Blaze, how you doing, my brother? Come on in, man. All right, good luck to you and the Hurricanes, my brother.
Yes,
right,
good luck.
Cameron, New York Giants, Rangers, and Lakers. Bro, how you gonna be in New York and like the Lakers?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing?
What up, Cameron?
What's up, Cameron, man? Thank you for being here, my brother. You got to explain that one to us, though, bro. You got to explain that one to us. Well, fellas, let's get down. This is my player of the game, man. I went with Drew Holiday, man. Tonight, Drew Holiday did Drew Holiday things, man. Tonight, he was very efficient from the floor. 11 out of 14, fellas. He played 41 minutes. He dropped 26, had 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block again. These are the things that Drew Holiday does, but not to be overlooked. Though this kid here shot only 14 from the field, he came up with some very big time plays. And I'm talking about Derek White. Derek White finished on the evening with 18. He was 6 of 15 from the floor. He was on the 1 of 5. No, excuse me. He was 4 of 10 from downtown, and he finished with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. So the Boston Celtics do what you want to do. They protect home court.
Yes.
Now, It is now up to the Dallas Mavericks to head back to Big D, and for Dallas to do the same thing, protect their home court. So now I'll start with you, Nine, with your thoughts on this game tonight.
Free throws. Dallas missed so many free throws. If they just go 90%, they win the game by 1. So it's like just hit free throws. And when you seen Porzingis go out, they did not take advantage of that last 5 minutes of the game. They had an opportunity to take advantage of the size differential to get Gafford open in the paint, and they didn't do nothing of the sort. They stayed with the same game plan instead of going with a high pick and roll or switch it up just to get more pressure on the paint. They didn't do it, and they just that was a fail and open opportunity because it looked like he might have hurt his calf. He might have hurt his calf. So when he went out, I knew he wasn't coming back, and I knew J Kidd had to know he wasn't coming back either. So you just missed a easy opportunity to take advantage of that side of the ball, and they just didn't do it. But free throws, number one word is free throws.
Gotcha. Carlos, your thoughts?
Well, we look at the Boston Celtics from top to bottom, their main core. They go about 9 or 10 deep, man. They are really deep as a unit. And you consider Drew Holiday and Porzingis, Derek White, like Shaq would say on TNT, your others, right? Your others.
Yes.
When they're your others, you got a deep squad then. And let's not forget not only the offensive production from Drew Holiday, but on the other side, his calling card, he shut down Kyrie. Kyrie had less than 20 points again in this series, right? And it's mostly because of Drew Holiday, and he's a big body, one-on-one defender. And he can match up very well with Kyrie. You saw Kyrie did a lot of dancing and going nowhere in this game, right? A lot of dancing, and usually when he does that, man, he can make it happen. But a lot of dancing going nowhere. Drew Holiday was the catalyst for that. Like I said, on the defensive side, he's that man. He's the engine that could keep going for this team. And they go as far as Drew Holiday goes when it comes down to preparation on defense. They've done it now back-to-back games, keeping Dallas under 100 points. So that defense is their calling card for sure. And Drew Holiday, man, on both sides. And look at it, when a game that Tatum has 18 points and Brown only has 21 points, so that's pretty much 39 points combined, and you still get excellent output from everyone else around you. It is crazy how deep this team is. And they won 64 games for a reason this year. Let's keep it real. 64 games is a lot of wins, for any team in the NBA era, right? So, I mean, let's not act like this team hasn't been doing this all year. If you look at their box score, there's like 6 guys with double figures, man. It's like 21, 18, 15, 12, 18, stuff like that. So this team will be very tough. And their threes went in late. This team usually goes as their three go. And for the longest, at one stretch, they were like 5 for like 27 from the three-point line. And that kept Dallas in the game. But the three start going in the fourth quarter, man. There's stretchers like 3 in a row, one from like Holiday and one from White and someone else. But it was like, all right, that's the substitute that we know. Top to bottom, they're deep. They're deep.
Right.
But they did what they're supposed to do, protect home court. Now you want to Dallas can go back there and do the same thing on their own court on Wednesday, game 3.
And some of the changes that we thought Dallas would have to make, getting up cold, attacking early in offense, getting early on offense instead of letting that Boston defense set up. They were good at it early to start the game, but as the game went on, they kind of fell back into the trap from game 1. And again, man, you just have to take your hat off right now, because after 2 games, like you just said, Carlos, it's just looking like Boston is a deeper team right now, and they have multiple defenders that they can throw at Luka and Kyrie. This is the difference from the last series. This series here, you have multiple guys that Boston can throw at Luka and Kyrie, but also those guys are able to get buckets consistently on the other end. So that's putting pressure on the Mavericks. Again, we were saying that the Mavericks would need other people to step up. Tonight, we were calling for Gafford to play tonight. He played 12 the other night. Tonight, he played 23 minutes. He was 6 of 9. He scored 13. P.J. Washington played 40 minutes. He gave them 17. But again, inconsistent shooting night from Kyrie, 7 to 18. From the night, he only gave you 16. Luka started off hot. Then he kind of cooled off as the game went on, 12 for 21. 11 rebounds, 11 assists. So Luka puts up a triple-double, but it's his triple-double in the loss. Mavericks fall 105-98. Now they go home. And again, Boston has done what Boston was supposed to do. Win at home, protect at home. Now, Wednesday night, the scenery switches. Can the Dallas Mavericks at American Airlines Arena riding the momentum, not the momentum, but the enthusiasm of the home crowd. Can they get that all important first game win? Listen, to me, I think it's a must win. Game 3. Even though it's the first, I say because if they go down 0-3, I think it's over with.
No one in the history of me is going to come back down from 0-3. So I mean,
0-3, yeah. So I'm calling this Wednesday night's game to make it a series. They have to win on Wednesday night, make it 2-1, and then if they're able to protect home, and then hey, we got a game 5, and we know how game 5s can flip a series. So again, if you're a Maverick fan, hey, Boston has done what Boston's supposed to do. Now let's see if your Mavericks can come home and hold serve. And let me just say this: it's not like, to me, Dallas has been struggling offensively. It doesn't look like, it looks like everything Dallas is doing it's just hard. It's almost like they're pressing almost when they do it. On the other end, it's kind of it's a little more fluidity to the Celtics offense.
See, go ahead now.
I was gonna say, but that was the same thing that happened in the 2022 finals. The first 2 games, Boston looked outstanding. Defense looked outstanding. But as soon as they went to the Bay Area, it was a different question. And it wasn't like the officials made to change the game. It just they just didn't play their game. They didn't have that crowd that pushed them. And looking at today's game, them using PJ Washington as a point forward, which is something I don't think they've done in this entire season. It was kind of weird kind of seeing it. And then when they get across half court, as soon as they get across half court, he's not really facilitating like he should if he's gonna be a point forward. He just give it to Luka and Kyrie, and they're doing what they do best. Which is like, if you're gonna make him be a point forward, use him as a point forward. He can play as a guard because he does have a good first step, but he's not utilizing that way. But you want him to bring the ball up, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you're gonna do it 100%. And then also stop bringing Exum in the damn game. Exum, sit down, bring in Hardy earlier. Hardy is way better than Exum. Way better.
Exum want to play like what, two minutes, huh?
Yeah, but every time he comes in, he calls it a turnover or it's just retarded fouls.
What do you think about them inserting Green early in the game?
We gotta find something like in Green when he's hot. I've seen Green hot. At times, especially if he's a corner 3-point shooter. He can get going from the corner, man. But you got to try something. I'm still saying, where's Tim Hardaway? I need to see Tim Hardaway. I would just try and throw him in there. I don't know, man. Because he can, when he gets hot, he can hit those crazy threes. They need to score.
You're right.
Outscore Boston.
Right. And we know role players play better when they're at home.
So I'm imagining Tim Hardaway getting some kind of love these next up and coming games. I would think that. As far as Dallas goes, the one thing I need to see from them was their ability to compete. Can you compete? Win or lose in this game, and they lost, but they competed, which made me feel a whole lot better about them. I was like, okay, they can actually stand toe to toe with this Boston team. So now it made me feel better about them going home because you're right. I mean, they have to win Game 3. You have to. No one's ever come back in the history of the NBA. No matter what round, no matter what division, what spot you're in, no one has ever come back 3-0. So you have to win this game. And Dallas, to make the series, they got to do that. I like the heart they showed in this game. They didn't get blown out. They kept it. There was no way I thought the Celtics would lose this game, even though the ebbs and flows of the game were going towards the Celtics. And Dallas had to the edge every now and then. Yeah. But I still thought there was no way Boston loses this game. But the heart and the competition was there from Dallas, which I feel better about now because now they can take that same kind of momentum and go home. All Boston would just take care of their home court for the first game.
That's it. Right. Yeah. Well, fellas, we asked a question earlier because we had Cameron come in earlier. So Cameron wants to come on. He's going to explain to us why he stays in New York City and he's a Laker fan. Brother, you got to explain that.
Because I used to live in Los Angeles, so that's why.
Oh, all right. Cam Young, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Welcome to the show, my man. Thank you for being here, brother. Man. So you originally from LA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then. Okay. wherever you go, you just keep home at home. I understand that. I understand that. Is it hard for you being in New York City, living around all these Knicks fans, man? Or do you just shut them up when you talk about the championships, man?
Yeah. Because like I said,
Gotcha, man. So, Cam, what was your thought about the game tonight?
it was very good. I wanted Boston. I like Boston too, so it was a big win for Boston.
Okay, do you think Dallas heading home? If you were the coach, what changes? Give me one change you would try to make for Game 3.
Put Tim Hardaway Jr. Give him more in the game.
Yeah, I mean, right now they have nothing to lose.
I'm like, just throw him in. I understand Hardy has taken the life away from him. I get that. Hardy and I guess Exum, but I'm like, and Green, I'm like, put him in. You got to score. And I think he'll have a nice look because he was a glue guy for this team the last 3 or 4 years, and now to go from that to nothing, like, okay.
Because the times I've seen him play, he has not looked good. The time I've seen him play, he has not.
I get it. It was this year. I get it. This year he didn't play well, but now you got to throw it out there. If you're struggling, now the game is still in the balance. The first quarter and some change, okay. But if you're struggling offensively, if you're a kid, you got to find a way to get that boy in the game. You got to find a way to get Hardaway in the game. Get a few shots in, see how it goes, and not to sit his ass back down. But you got to throw something because you got guys like Green who aren't hitting those threes like he's supposed to be hitting. Hardaway's on the bench could probably hit those same threes if he's open. So, Now, if it's a defensive thing, I definitely get it because that's not his calling card, defense. But right now, you have to just kind of outscore Boston. But let's see where it goes first. The first quarter and some change, if we put in Hardaway or not. But Dallas has got to find a way to score. Both games in Boston, under 100 points each game, right? The efficiency of scoring, like you said earlier, Dolph, the ability to score is much easier for Boston because their role players are making baskets. As far as Kyrie and Luka's concerned, well, Kyrie's got to score too. He's not doing that. Yeah. But as far as Luka goes, Luka's been balling, but every shot is tough. It's a fadeaway, one-legged, a step back three, that kind of stuff. And those shots go in, they're great. But when they don't go in, it's a bad shot, and it leads to transition for Boston to score easier, and they have their guys all into it. No one scored more than 23 points. No, I lied. Holiday scored 26, but I saw Holiday. It was all 20s and mid-teens from a plethora of people, and that's what Boston can do for you on a nightly basis where Dallas cannot do for you. It's Luka and Kyrie going 30-plus each.
And speaking of what Nan was talking about earlier, when they had Washington at the point forward, what I would have liked to see the Mavericks do is use a couple of pin downs and get Luka and Kyrie coming off screens and getting them shots like that instead of them having to work so much with the ball in their hand. The constant and consistent high pick and roll. With them having to create. Try to let if you go let Washington handle the ball, or you bought in X to let them. Try to set some down screens, some back screens, get Kyrie on the move, get Luka on the move where they're attacking soon when they catch the ball and they can immediately attack the defense instead of just dribbling and
that's not their style. Yeah, they're not gonna do that. That's not their style. They haven't done it all year. They're not gonna do it now. No,
I'm just saying.
They're one-on-one players. I know. I get it. It sounds nice, but it's way too late now in the year to do that. Like you got to go. What got you there? That's Luka screen rolls with the big fellas. That's Kyrie playing one-on-one, but Kyrie doing a lot of dancing and going nowhere in this series right now. Now,
Carlos, I have to go, but when he gets to hockey, I'll be here.
Yes, sir. No problem. Came right. Man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Came here with no explanation of how he became a New York fan, but it's all good though.
Yeah. Man, and my thing is this too, man. Derek Lively has not had a good series so far. He has not had a good series so far. Gafford played more minutes. He did Gafford things, was aggressive, hustling, leaving it all on the court. Go ahead, Carlos.
But here's the issue. See, it all looked good against the Timberwolves because your big men, Rudy Gobert and Cat wasn't hitting his threes. right?
Yeah.
Cat at one stretch went like 4 out of 32 from threes.
Yeah.
So it looked good. Well, now you got Al Horford, Porzingis, you know, and the 4, Tatum's playing the 4 in this series, you know, and he's you know, you can't leave him open. So now your role as a defender changes. That's why Gafford only played a few minutes in game 1 and played, you know, only 20-some, and Lively as well in 20-some minutes maybe top, because their roles change now. You know, you want those guys banging down low for rebounds. Now you got to contest with Horford in the corner. You got to contest with Porzingis in the left wing that's shooting threes. So that's why they're not getting these minutes, because what are we using you for, right? Your ability to play strong down low against Rudy Gobert and Cat when Cat was trying to be physical, right? But Cat threes weren't going in. Horford threes are going in. Porzingis threes are going in. Tatum threes are going in. Tatum's playing as your 4. So, those threes are going in now. Now you got to be outside 20 feet, 18 feet instead of being down low 9 feet in. That's a difference now. So that's why you see a lot more Washington who can play, who can guard those 4s and 5s, because he can also be outside and play down low as well. So we've seen that. And we saw the few mismatches. The reason why Tatum was guarding Daniel Gafford, because at one point, Tatum was playing the 4, and they saw the mismatch, gave the Gafford for easy layups. But on the other end, it's almost like, what is Shaquille O'Neal, prime Shaq, played in today's NBA? He would get cooked on defense, but he will bully them fools on offense.
On offense,
you know what I mean? Right? So same thing with Gafford now. Gafford can bully you on offense, but he doesn't have the skill set as a Shaq or Shaquille O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? So now you got to, you know, what do I do now? What do I do? Because if I keep Gafford in there, he can give you 13 points, right? But that's about it. As far as the defensive side, he's got to guard Tatum on the other end. That's difficult. It's Tatum. Right. You're playing the 4. So, yeah, your roles change. And so Lively is not going to get a lot of that shine he got in that Timberwolves series, because the roles are different out for him.
So Nan, if you're Dallas, what is one thing you can take with you from these 2 games in Boston that you can possibly build on going into game 3?
I mean, that first game is the rotation on defense was horrible. They allowed too many threes, too many wide open threes to go. They definitely worked on that the second game. We saw that because in the first 2 quarters they didn't make anything, and it was very tough. But then of course as time goes on, there's a few miscues and they miss like a couple of assignments, which is something they got to work on, because that's what Boston banks on, players missing assignments when Tatum and Brown have the ball. Because that's why Horford just stays in the corner. He just sits there. He just sits there. He doesn't move because he waits for somebody to roll out to cover it on the bottom in the paint, and he just stays there. Him and White, that's what they do. And it's so obvious, but it's like they're not thinking that. They're thinking, okay, I'm gonna stop ball, basically. They're not thinking about, oh, well, if I go to stop ball, my man whose accuracy is like 38% from 3-point line, I need to stop him too.
Right.
So they got to find a way to cover better on defense. That's been a issue for them, even though they've gotten a lot better in this postseason on the defense side of the ball, because that was always been an issue for them. But now with the length they have, they got to figure out how to play with the length that they have, and they got to do a lot better than that, a lot better than what they've been doing.
And then one junction in the game, like you were saying, Boston was 1-11 from downtown. So they even mentioned it in the telecast how better their closeout was to the the 3-point shooters, man. But again, defense and more consistent the defense from the Mavericks, and they're gonna have to get early offense, I think, in the remainder of this series.
Yeah,
they got to get even on makes, excuse me. They got to get it out the basket. They got to go. They can't afford to let Boston set up their defense on them. They got to get as many easy opportunities and shots up as they can. Carlos, you got anything?
I mean, look at your 4th option, right? Drew Holiday is your 4th or your 5th option, depending on what you're getting, right? And he's giving you 26 points. It just tells you how to not look at Dallas's 4th and 5th option. You know, they might can give you 20, which is Washington. You know, he can probably give you 20 in any given day, right? Maybe if he's hot, that's a hot day. Holiday at one point was the man for his team or the second man for his team at any given time in his career. He comes on here and he's your 4th option. You got Tatum and you got Brown, and then you even have Porzingis off the bench, right? Porzingis does this thing off the bench. You know, Drew Holiday is your 4th option. He's giving you 26. I mean, but if you're Dallas, if I'm Jason Kidd in the Mavericks, I'm like, yo, they just did what they were supposed to do. protect home court. All right, but now it's our turn. Our Dallas fans gonna go crazy with. Y'all know Dallas got the big doink. That rim has a big doink. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's the only rim in the NBA you can hear the misses. Doink, But anyway, you want to hear a lot of that from Boston shooters in Game 3, right? You're Dallas. You're saying we got to hold down our home court, because if you hold down your home court, the pressure goes right back on Boston for Game 5. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, it comes to a 3-game series.
Me honestly, I've already told on my channel. I've got Mavs in 7. I think the only time the Mavs win on the road is Game 7. That's my prediction. But Dallas, they gotta win Game 3. You just have to, obviously, for all this reason.
Oh yeah, there's no question. They have no question. There's no choice.
If you don't win it, the series is over. So obviously, they know all that. Are they desperate enough to win that Game 3? We'll find out. I think they competed very well in Game 2. I didn't want to see another blowout. That was my whole thing. I don't want another blowout, because that right there, momentum could really shift towards Boston, because we protect the home court, but we dominated. And So Dallas like, well, we had a lead in the third quarter. A lead. I don't know about the fourth quarter, but that lead in the third quarter for sure. And they're like, we played very well, and we haven't played our best game. And Kyrie hasn't even scored 20 points in either game yet. So if he can go off, Luka goes off. You need those guys getting 30 each. I'm just being real, because they don't have what Boston has, which is a plethora of scorers from a variety of ways. Pritchard hit that 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Yeah, man.
That changed all momentum. Dallas had just made it a 6-point game.
Yeah.
And then Pritchard's 3 made it 9, just like that. That changed the entire momentum, in my opinion, for Dallas. But it's just the little things, man. Pritchard hitting that 3. I mean, he's your 8th option, right? And he's in there hitting 50 feet 3-pointers. So I mean, look at it. But you're right about one thing: home cooking. You said it earlier. Home cooking, or Dolph said it. Home cooking does serve well. Right? So look for Hardy to go off, in some time. Look for Washington to hit those corner threes. He had that big 3 to start a game off from the wing. I thought this could be a Washington kind of game. He had his opportunities, his looks. They just didn't go over the game.
And another player they're not getting. Another player they're not getting anything from is Jones. Jones is not getting anything offensively.
But Jones isn't supposed to give you anything like crazy offense, especially on the road. That's my thing. But Jones gives you effort, hustle, energy, and he'll hit an occasional open 3. And he's done a lot of that this playoffs, hit those wide open 3s. This game, I think he only hit 1. So but still, like, you're not banking on him to score double-digit points. You want him to play good defense, be a wingman, and get rebounds, and play, the 3-and-D kind of style that you want from him. But as far as Washington goes, he's your other scorer. Kleber came in there and gave you just some but he got a bad shoulder.
He got to be better.
So his threes, he said it's still difficult to shoot threes. I'm like, why the hell you in there? But he does play. I give Kleber credit. He does play really good defense outside. So I give him that credit.
I told you, Kleber. Remember we were talking last stream about Kleber. I told you Kleber is really one of the better.
He's a
big defenders. Big defenders in the league, and they're definitely going to need Kleber coming back home.
That's fine, but you need Kleber to score too.
There
was one spot for floor spacing. There was one spot, I forgot what quarter it was, but he had an open 3, and he was like, now you could tell mentally he wasn't there. And he's like, I'm gonna swing it again. I'm like, dude, you was wide open, just shoot it. If it goes in, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So anyways, they home cooking should serve them well, because we know how it is. We're at home, everyone feels better. You sleep at your own house, right? You with your family, you with your friends, whatever. So that's the difference.
The one thing I would say that did change a little bit from Boston's from last game to this game is, I guess, using PJ Washington as the point forward. It did kind of change, because if you notice, they weren't able to trap at the top.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, the reason why they use that is because they don't want Luka and Kyrie to exert so much energy. Holiday if y'all don't know about Holiday, for those who are watching this, Holiday is a dog on defense. He's gonna mow you down. He's gonna make you work. If you thought Lou Dortz against Luka against that Thunder series was something like a gritty, player on defense, wait till you see Drew Holiday, who's one of the best, if not the best, wing defender in the NBA.
Right.
I mean, like I said, them doing that switch actually helped them a lot, not getting a double team, and it was because of that. But it's also because statistically, when you trap Luka at the top, they don't win games. Statistically, they score less than 90 points on average. If you trap Kyrie and Luka at the top, either one who's bringing the ball out, they stay under 100 points and they lose most of those games on average. So the fact they did the PJ Washington thing was, I understand it, but I don't think they utilized it to its full extent.
Yeah, I know. I feel that and the one big thing about this game is the series. Kyrie's got to show up. All this others talking, whatever. That's fine. Kyrie's got to show up. You can't be my Robin, right? And come in there and back-to-back games score under 20 points. I got Luka give me 30. Got Luka give me 20 in a quarter and a half. He didn't do much after that, but still. You got him doing that. Where's Kyrie's production at, right?
Right.
You're doing a lot of dribbling and not doing nothing with that basketball. I need you putting that ball in the hoop for me, man. And he's got to be better at home.
Yeah,
I think
he got to become more efficient, man. He got to come out and be aggressive from the tip.
Aggressive,
man.
yes.
The entire game.
He had a habit of that in the beginning of the playoffs where he would not go off in the first half and he'll wait till the second half. That's fine, but in today's finals against arguably the best team in the NBA, the Boston Celtics, I need you all. I need you all 48 minutes, bro. I need you all. That first 24, you gotta give me 15 in the first half. Something like
I need Kyrie and Luka to have an actual understanding about this series. It don't matter who has the rock, whoever gets hot, let them play. Yes. It's not about Luka. Like it's not about we gotta get down and get the ball, Luka. If whoever's hot, feed that man.
Yeah,
everybody
let them get hot.
Play off him. Right.
Just play off of them. That's how it should be. But I know this game is central. This team is centralized, focused on Luka, and we see it. We know it. That's his team. That's not a question. But if you see Kyrie cooking, don't pull him and put him on the bench. Let him keep playing.
Right.
And I don't get though they let Kyrie sit after the 6-minute mark in the first quarter. That's just weird to me. But they've been doing it pretty much all playoffs. I get it, but it's really really weird. Like either him or Luka are getting that rest time at the 6-minute mark, and I'm like, you can't do that in this series. No, you just cannot. You just cannot.
I understand that before the finals, but if it's the finals, you gotta be looking at 48 minutes, brother. I'm telling you, you gotta be looking at 40 minutes.
This is their first time they've been down, I believe, 2-0 in any series. I believe, I could be wrong, but I think it's their first time down 2-0. So, like all that, what you thought was right, it's not. Every game, every series is different. This series, your stars have got to play. Luka and Kyrie got to play 42, 43 minutes each, for the entire game. And I would set my guys out late first quarter, whatever, early second quarter, whatever you want to do, man. But when it was close game in that first quarter and a half, I mean, let those guys come in and play ball and exert all their energy. All that, these guys are tired, crap. I don't want to hear that, man. All these 2 days in between games. Come on, bro. Like we're battling for the NBA Finals championship. We can rest after the season over, bro. So let's go.
The next comments, founder, that you're about to see is brought to you by the law firm of Annie Marie Elizabeth Rose and Balowski. And this year has been the best year for the Celtics. Going to say,
I'll tell you what,
we'll put the Celtics to the test.
That struggle for number 18, I'm telling you, they better go ahead and win game 3. If you lose if you're Boston, you lose game 3. I'm telling you, the momentum is going to change in Dallas' favor. If Boston loses game 3, it just is what it is. And they cannot for sure lose game 4 and go tied 2-2 back to Boston in game 5. Same thing that happened with the Warriors Celtics 2022, like I said. Yeah. It's all good, but you gotta win either game 3 or game 4. You can't let none of that slide. All that hard work you put in to go to you can't say, well, we're just gonna come back, because they went back to Boston game 5 against the Warriors, and Warriors won that game 5. So
they let Steph tell him, hey, you enjoyed your last win, and they just let it go. They let it go. They didn't even fight. So
all right. So Malik asking the question: are we talking sweep?
I mean, I don't necessarily think so, but I mean, it's not impossible.
Right.
I don't think.
Well, I'm gonna go with this. Whoever wins game 3 wins the series.
Yeah.
That's it. Whoever wins game 3 wins the series. So if Boston wins game 3, they're gonna win game 4 as well, and they will sweep. If Dallas wins game 3, they're gonna win game 4 as well, I believe. And then now we have a ball game. And
we got a series. We got a series.
Like I've been saying, but the Mavs got us. They've got to win games 3 and game 4. We'll find out. Because now you lose game 3 to Boston, those same demons come back around. From the last night in the finals. So you don't want to start doubting yourself. So if I'm Boston, if I want to end this in the first quarter, kill them.
Yeah.
Get it over with.
Get it over with. Yeah. I mean, I want to be about 15 at the end of the one or something like that. That's all I'm saying. So you don't want those same demons coming back around saying, this feels like 22,
Yeah. Well, because that's what everybody's going to start talking about. That's what they start saying.
Exactly. And the worst enemy is the media, man. They know how to spin it.
Oh yeah, they will spin it. They know how to spin it like nobody else.
Narrative, man. They do.
So all they do is spin it, man.
Yeah.
Family, we need everybody to hit that like button. If it's your first time, please subscribe. This is the Come On In Sports Network. You're watching Come On NBA Game 2 of the NBA Finals Recap Show. I'm Dolph Jackson. He's NonpFixion. He's Carlos. And together again, we make up the Come On In Sports Network. NonpFixion, of course, is part of Real Fan Sports with him.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Carlos is the host of Uneducated Sports Talk with the hottest. Let me say this again: the hottest and only undefeated, fantasy football, straight up football,
everything.
Perm differential, whatever. If you want to win, if you want to get that house note paid off, tune in to Carlos and listen to his sidekick, his co-host, the one and only PJ.
PJ in the building.
I gotta give her credit though, man. She hasn't missed much in this playoffs. Even in reality, she ain't missed much. She been on the money. Even in reality, she's really been on the money for this playoff. So I gotta get it. She had Boston. I guarantee she got Boston for game 3 though. I guarantee you that. So we'll see.
Right.
Ladies says, hey Carlos, sorry I've been missing your lives. I hate that I missed you and PJ. Oh, it's all good, lady. Yes, ma'am. You're here now. That's all that matters.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
You're here now on the Sports Network. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, lady.
Thank you for being here. And listen, family, for everyone on the Gulf Coast, once again, June the 29th, it's the 9th annual Helen Mills football camp hosted by our own, the legendary Coach Rock. Is free for all kids ages 5 to 12. Again, it's free parents. Registration starts at 8 in the morning. Again, registration starts at 8 in the morning. If you would like to be a special guest speaker, you would like to speak to the kids, registration starts at 8 in the morning. How you doing? Come on in. The Come On In Sports Network invites you to join us for the 9th annual Kelly Mills Fundamentals of Football Camp. This year's camp will be Saturday, June 29th at 9 a.m. at Harrell Playground in New Orleans, Louisiana. Donations are welcome, and if you would like to be a guest speaker, please contact the legendary Coach Rock at 504-417-2529. See you then. All right, fam. Again, if you would like to donate, there's Coach Rock's number, 504-417-2529. When we say donate, that's not just money. We're talking about your time. If you'd like to donate equipment, this year, Coach would like to give every participant, every kid participating cliques this year. Again, you will have some of your favorite podcasters out there. You will have you might see Carlos, you might see Nine, you might see Dolph, Hoodie Juby, the list goes on. Zach, Big Q, And listen, you're gonna have some surprise on coaches and players that will come out to the event also. Again, June 29th, New Orleans, Louisiana. Well, family, we about to get out of here. This is the Come On In NBA Game 2 recap of the finals. As it is the Boston Celtics holding court 105-98. Boston leads the series. The series now switches back to Dallas for a pivotal Game 3. In my estimation, a must-win for the Dallas Mavericks. And we will see if Luka and the Mavericks can hold serve at home. Until next time, family, enjoy your evening, and we'll talk to you later. We out.
The
Peace
cover
out.
is Sports Network.
Welcome, all sports fans. I'm Dolph Jackson, one of the hosts of the Come On In Sports Network, a brand new sports network catered to sports heads like yourselves. Here on the Come On In Sports Network, we'll be covering the latest topics and current sporting news from around the world, such as baseball, football, basketball, and more. So sit back, relax, put your feet up,